Family thought you're going to change the world when you study physics for 10 years, got your PhD, your mom was crying on your graduation day. Your whole family was proud of you. And then you wake up one day, sit at your desk or your work, create an efficient angle for a missile to go and hit the human target more efficiently, more quickly, basically making the killing more efficient. Yes, that person exists. 11 million people exist doing the same job. And before you think it sounds evil, just imagine what will you do if you are in that situation when you graduated, you got an opportunity with a good paycheck in the defense industry. What would you be doing? You might take in the job too. That's what these 11 million people did. When I looked into it, how many people each year choose defense industry to work as an engineer, that number actually shocked me. I thought it's fake. I checked again and again because that number was crazy. It is 11.6 million people. Because the war, like we think, is not built by any villains. Every single ordinary people pay their little contribution towards the war. Yes. Imagine on the first day of college, an engineer student went into the college not to become an engineer who builds missile to kill someone. No, not at all. He went in with curiosity to solve the problem. He want to be a better person for the society. But what problem he tried to solve is chosen by someone else. And I asked myself the question, who choose the problem? Who decide which the talented people, engineer, researcher, can work under which industry? Who decides that? That plays a key role. And then I realized the human talent by nature always follows incentives. The talent always follows money. To explain that, for example, you have NASA and SpaceX to work on. You have job offer in front of you. Which one do you choose? SpaceX pays you 10x more than NASA. Obviously, we all choose SpaceX. That's what these 11.6 million people did when they choose to work for the defense industry, which basically making a weapon by using their mind to kill someone. Imagine your child one day ask you, what did you do today at your work, dad? And you say, I built a system that helps a missile to hit the target more efficiently. Well, it does not mean you hated people. It does not mean you wanted to start a war in between the countries. It does not mean you are against the peace either. It's in reality, as an engineer, when you graduated, this is the best opportunity this environment offered you. We all choose what's in front of you. This is the defense industry being funded very well than the healthcare. And then I stopped asking myself what's wrong with people. Rather, I started asking a question differently, which is where is more funding? Where is more rewarding for the peoples? There's a big contrast here. We have people doing Mars mission and we found vaccine for COVID-19 in 6 months. We are helping Africa to find water even in the drought area. But at the same time, we have an engineer, a talented person who builds a missile to make conflict more precise. This is where the contrast is. The question is not whether humans can do the impossible things that help the humanity, because we are doing. The question is where are we going to place our future talents? Are we going to ask an engineer to build a missile to hit some country, or we're going to utilize the engineer? For example, you can use an engineer to build a city after earthquake more efficiently. It's up to them. Engineer can be used both for destruction, for construction. So the question is, it's not the industry, it's the direction that's matter. Is the engineer choosing defense or the humanity? The direction is matters. I come across the statistics which really shocked me. This year alone, we spent 2.75 trillion. I'm repeat, 2.75 trillion in the war. Can you imagine 2.75 trillion? Nobody cannot. Nobody. You can try if you want. It is that much money, 2.75 trillion is. But the other side, the United Nations says it needs probably 30 million to start with. to finish the hunger, basically giving someone food to eat, a clean water in Africa, a disease that can be found vaccine. We not say defense doesn't matter because that countries protect people, that's why people feel safe. That do matter, but why do we invest trillions in defense but very not even billions in humanity? Good education to a children who is very aspiring to achieve something started in billions, but the war happening in trillions. Can you see the problem is where the problem is? You take any war that happened in this earth since the humans evolved, it happened just because of the defect in the human mind. The war started just before the weapons arrives in the battlefield, which is in the human mind. Bhagavad Gita put it clearly. There are three defects in the human mind, which are fear, anger, greed, illusion, lust. These five categorize all the wars that ever happened. You name it, whatever the war you want, it all started under these defects in the human mind. And here's the strange thing, we already know how to redirect the human effect in humanity. The same world which funded the nuclear weapon also funded the COVID vaccine. The same world which funded F-35 fighter jet also funded satellite, which gives internet to the remote area. Also, it builds hospital to keep million people alive, and it builds tools that can help children to get an education from the remote area. So the question is, are we lacking humanity? Because we do have humanity. The question is, are we placing enough talent in the right direction? The question is not, can we build a better world? The question is, are we going to reward the people who are already doing it? When was the last time or we really appreciate the person who do something for the humanity? If you listen to the story fully up to now, the first thing comes in your mind is the government is wrong. I thought the same. But do one thing, before blaming the government, start smaller. Look yourself. What gets funded? A defense or healthcare? What gets more attention? In the flash news, what gets more attention? Defense or healthcare? What's get more rewarded? That's where the point is. Because if someone wake up in the morning, he going to decide what to build. It's based on what is rewarded. That person is deciding either destruction or humanity. It's all up to the rewards. You and me, the common people, what we celebrate, what we reward, is that what motivates the engineer to build. If you motivate an engineer to build a tool that helps the normal people, he will do it. But we don't. Unfortunately, we don't. We always celebrate and reward the person who did something. Oppenheimer, he found the deadliest nuclear bomb. Every single person know. This is the best example what we reward. We cannot blame the government and the billionaires alone. You and me are part of the system because we are paying our little contributions to what's being built. Maybe the peace does not start from the World Peace Conference, but the peace starts when enough people decided to support the person who helped humanity. Anyone can give education to the children who cannot afford. Anyone can help to discover the clean water where they couldn't find the water. Anyone who find vaccine for the disease which is not curable. Anyone in the world who can help people to live a better life without suffering. The history book can remember the wars, but the people only remember who rebuilt them. So thank you for watching this video. Please do subscribe and support. We are human beings. We feel good once we support each other. Let's grow together and live well without any suffering. Thank you. Na, na, na.